guys, and welcome back to another video. I've been MIA for a little bit. I honestly have just been tired. Work's been kind of crazy, and so it's just been one of those weeks. But I wanted to get a couple videos up for you guys just to make up. I have a read with me that I'm gonna get put up because I absolutely love watching back. I've done one before that I watch kind of frequently when I'm reading. I love turning it on and just like feeling like I'm body doubling a little bit. So that's going up pretty soon. By the time you're seeing this one, that one should be up. But I recently joined Book Talk, and when I joined Book Talk, I decided that I want to talk about some books that aren't mentioned on there that I absolutely love, that I genuinely just love to pieces, that aren't mentioned. So that's what this is. So first to start, which I have talked about on here a lot, and that is The Invisible Life by Elin Harris. This is a MMF romance, kind of. This follows Raymond. Raymond is a young, I want to say young man. He's a man who is trying to figure out his sexuality and what he likes. When he was in college, he ends up sleeping with a frat brother of his, and realizing he may be gay. And this is kind of his self-exploration and self-finding. My better half turned me on to these, and I absolutely love them. Elin Harris is passed, and it is Own Voices. I absolutely loved it. I didn't even know he existed until she showed him to me. So there's that one. This one was an art that was sent to me that I reviewed, and I absolutely loved it, but I never saw anyone talking about it. And that is The Wild Ones by Nazia Aziz. I could be saying that wrong, and I'm so sorry if I am. This is a story of a group of magical women who she's sold to a man for a favor, and a boy with stars in his eyes gives her a box of stars, and now she lives in this mysterious place where she goes around and saves girls like her, and it's so good. If you were a victim or know someone who's a victim of SA or have the traumas of that, this is one for you. It was so good. It is an adventure where there's a magical entity trying to hunt them down and hurt them, and their world's kind of falling apart, and they're trying to lean on one another to get out of the situation they're in. Next is one that you probably all know this author because she wrote Sadie, but this is cracked up to be by Courtney Summers. This was her first book. Sadie was actually her second one. This one is another murder mystery whodunit kind of. We're following the point of view of Parker. Parker is perfect. She does everything she's supposed to, and she goes to a party one night and something breaks her, and you don't know till the end of what broke her and what really happened, because Parker's just not Parker anymore. She's not the perfect, I don't want to say Barbie doll, but she's not the perfect child that her parents are used to or her friends are used to. They're used to her one way, and this circumstance changes her so wholly that no one recognizes her. She does struggle with addiction, and she struggles with a lot of issues that by the end you're hoping that she will figure out for herself. Next is one of my favorite. And guys, y'all probably heard me talk about it. I still need to read the third one, which I may end up picking up. I don't know what I'm picking up right now. I'm still reading. I'm almost done with the book I'm reading, and so I don't know what I'm going to pick up after it. But right now, I want to talk about The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodora Goss. This, when it came out, was everywhere. Everyone was talking about it, and I love it so much. If you have sisters, this book is for you. This follows Mary Jekyll. Mary's mother has passed in the very first chapter. She's at her mother's funeral and she goes to see her mother's solicitor and he tells her, you're going to be broke. You're fixing to be broke. Your mother had a dowry that was her lifelong, so that money's no longer coming in. But there's this hide that your mother's been paying to live at this boarding house. If you go get them, you could save money and live a little longer. Mary thinks, okay, that's where Dr. Hyde has been hiding. He is wanted for murder and there is a reward for his capture. So she goes out to go get Hyde and she thinks, okay, I'm going to make a little extra money, be able to have my household float for a little longer. And it's not a spoiler because the back of it tells you she doesn't find Dr. Hyde. She finds her sister, Diana Hyde. And the world develops from there. I went into this without reading the synopsis, and I highly recommend you do that too, because the back of it, I got 200 pages in before I read the back of it, and when I read the back of it, it ruined the rest of it. So go into it with knowing nothing, and know that the characters do butt in. So this book is written uniquely where hold on, there's a good part. So it's written uniquely where the characters actually butt in to the conversation. Like they're butting in the chapters. It's like they're writing the book themselves. And there's 3 of them. It is a trilogy. I love these so much. I have not finished the last one. The second one definitely suffers from middle book syndrome. And I literally finished it because I love the girls and I love seeing what they're going to get into. Next is a thriller that I'm not even sure where my hands got on this book from. Usually I can pretty much look at them and tell you. I don't know where I got this one from. Like I said, I don't know where I got this one from, but that is Those Girls. Oh, yeah, Those Girls by Chevy Stevens. 3 sisters on the run. 3 sisters on the run and into a nightmare. From what I remember, they live in Western Canada and domestic violence situation. Their father is a mean drunk and something happens one night that sends the girls on the run and they run into all kinds of fucking trouble. And this was so good. I remember reading it and the fact I could not put it down. I think it's about time for a reread because I don't remember how it ended. And I love letting a thriller sit on my shelves long enough that I don't remember the ending. But I do remember that it was beautiful writing and I was hooked from page 1. Next is one that I don't think I've ever seen anybody talk about. Even when it came out, I don't even think YouTube was a thing when it came out. This one came out in 2015. So YouTube was a thing, but I wasn't on it. I don't know if I saw anybody talk about it. And that is Harrison Squared by Daniel Gregory. This is a H.P. Lovecraft retelling through a YA lens. And if I remember correctly, Harrison moves to a seaside town with his mother. And they call him Harrison Squared because his name is Harrison. And he starts having shit happening to him that's paranormal. And and kind of goes from there. The seaside town, something's not right. And Harrison's trying to investigate. I remember loving this so much. And I remember craving a sequel, and there isn't one. Well, there wasn't one when I read it back in 2018, 2019. I was craving a sequel and there wasn't one. It does have to do with, it is an H.P. Lovecraft retelling, which I've never read anything about by H.P. Lovecraft because I can never get into his writing. It just, every time I start reading it, I fall asleep kind of thing. But this one was so good. And it's actually the inspiration for this whole video because I remember this was on my shelves and that I want more people to pick this up and read it. And then lastly is A Lessons in Vengeance by Victoria Lee. So this one is a boarding school mystery. Our main character, it has been out of the school for a year because last year her best friend dies. and she does not remember what happened to her. And you're going through with her the year after her friend died, back in the same house they lived in, and her memories are starting to come back to her, and she's just trying to finish school out. And honestly, it's so creepy and twisty and turny, and that ending you will never fucking predict. You won't. Trust me when I say you won't see this ending coming. Yeah, absolutely love it. So those are the seven books that I don't see anyone talk about on the internet that I think more people should read because I absolutely love them. Let me know. Do you have a book below? Let me know below. Do you have a book that you love and you want to read? I would love to pick them up and give them a try myself. And I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.